There's nothing small about this morning's guest other than business. Find out what he's all about coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Italian Restaurant of the Year, Villa Romana, at 707 South Kings Highway in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on strengthening small businesses, and we're visiting with the co-founder of Proformance Plus. Good morning, Harold Swanner.
Good morning, Greg.
Thanks so much for coming in early on a Friday morning.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
A lot going on. Of course, you co-founded, you're the owner of Proformance Plus, which is helping us to really strengthen small business in our area and throughout the state. I think you highlighted just having gotten back from some strengthening up in the upstate.
Yes. This is being nice to be at an age where you can do things that really give back to the other people in the community.
Right, right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who was the co-founder with you of Proformance Plus, Harold?
Tom Mazer.
Oh, good.
We worked together for 9 years with Fortune Academy.
Right. He's the former president of Fortune Academy. That's right. And you held a role also at Fortune Academy.
Yes. I was minor role. I was the owner and let other people do the work.
You were the owner and let other folks make it happen. That's right. You surrounded yourself with a great team there at Fortune Academy.
As an owner, that is the most critical part. You've had team people that are better than what you are.
Right, right.
And many small owners are afraid to hire people that equal or better than they are, which is a mistake.
And why do you think that is?
Ego.
Ego, really. That's fascinating. As opposed to really finding folks that are tops. Right. They go for folks that are second tier maybe, or that may not know the business as well. That's
Correct.
Unfortunate.
It very, very definitely is.
How did you go about selecting Tom Mazer to run Fortune Academy?
Several years ago, Tom was on our board of directors.
Right.
From that, we started talking about assisting us, Fortune, in a few projects.
Sure.
From that point, we then started talking about joining us completely.
Right.
And it took a few months to work out the details, and it's history now. That
is tremendous. And speaking of history, Fortune Academy, and you had the opportunity to team up with a group, I believe, in Texas, who is or from somewhere in the Midwest, who has since purchased Fortune.
Yes, 360 training out of Austin, Texas.
Right.
Met them at a conference, I discussed it at a conference a year and a half ago.
Right.
They was in a mode of expansion.
Sure.
We were able to work out a deal where they purchased the business December 1st of last year.
That is tremendous. Wow, what is it like having grown a business from virtually nothing, Harold, back in 1995 up till August of 07. Up till December 1 of 07, and then having found somebody to take it potentially to the next level. I don't know how you can go beyond the level you'd gotten it to. Share with viewers just what it was like back in 1995.
Well, basically, starting being in business for the last 39 years, to be able to end your career on a high note is probably the best thing to happen to you other than having good health.
Right.
When I started Fortune Academy in 1995, we had one instructor, one administration person, teaching 3 classes a month.
In how many locations?
One location.
One location with one instructor.
By the time we sold it, we had 14 locations, 80-something instructors, teaching somewhere between 200 and 300 classes a month.
That is incredible, Harold.
So it's nice to be able to retire on the top side versus.
Well, that was not the first business you'd been in. Give viewers a sense real quick just about what prompted how you first got into business a number of years ago.
Well, I'm 33 years old. I purchased a furniture store because that's the only thing I find I could afford.
So you found what you could afford. Good for you, yeah.
So had the desire to be in business. It was good for about 12 years until the economy caught up with us.
Mm.
And then I went from the furniture business to a restaurant for a small time.
Right.
From restaurant.
Did you actually help prepare the meals or just as an owner there?
Both.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
So much like Villa Romana here, the
Much smaller place.
right, right,
And then from that, I went into business brokerage for about 15 years.
right.
Finally found a business that was so good I couldn't sell to anybody else, so I bought it myself.
That is
And that
true.
was Fortune Academy.
Oh, you were actually representing the seller
Yes.
of Fortune Academy as a business broker.
Yes, that's how I found it.
That's amazing. That is amazing. As you think back, of course, so many opportunities, and in this area, you said you founded Coastal Business Brokers.
Yes, I found the Coastal Business Broker in '85 when I moved to Myrtle Beach.
Okay. What actually prompted your move to Myrtle Beach? If you founded a business down here, had you always been thinking about founding a business brokerage?
No. Basically, we moved to Myrtle Beach because we're tired of the cold weather and overcast in Cleveland, Ohio. And had vacationed here before and decided this might be a good place to come and spend a year and enjoy ourselves.
Right.
Got here and loved it, started a business, and this history since then.
That's tremendous. You also have a son who's practicing attorney, I believe, here in Myrtle Beach.
Yes, he's been here about 15 years as an attorney.
Is that right, David?
Yes.
That is wonderful. Harold, is there some secret to success to actually taking a company from virtually nothing there in 1995? Not to take anything away from the previous owner, but he had set the stage, just focused right here on the Grand Strand. Is there some secret to success there?
Well, the secret success in Fortune was that the previous owner was in what I call a retirement mode, kept a good running operation, but did not want to grow. I was at an age of 58 years old, needing to establish a retirement program. Mm-hmm. And I bought it with intention of expanding it, and we were fortunate enough that we were able to accomplish the dream that we had at the time it was bought.
Right, of truly expanding.
Truly.
Did you ever imagine that it would get to 14 locations statewide, Harold?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. The day I bought it, or before I bought it, the reason I bought it, I thought I could do that with it.
Is that right? You thought you could expand it throughout the state. Did you ever think going beyond South Carolina borders, going beyond the Palmetto State?
I almost purchased a school up in Raleigh, and as the more I investigated, the more lucky I was I never got to complete the deal.
Right.
When you cross the state line, your rules and regulations and course approvals and instructor approval, everything is so different.
Right.
That it's difficult to work under two different environments.
So truly, you were blessed to have just stuck it out here in the Palmetto State, and you covered virtually every, if not every, major community in the state.
We had a location within less than 70 miles of anybody in the state.
Wow.
We had 50% market share when we sold it.
50% market share statewide.
Statewide.
That is tremendous, Harold. Congratulations. Well, Tom, of course, really helped lead the ship there and open those doors. And I know you teamed up with the community college or the technical colleges statewide to help roll out. Share with viewers what that was like, getting hooked up with community college, technical colleges throughout the state.
Well, in 2000, we found that as rules and regulations changed in the education deal, we found that the technical college were not prepared to meet the new requirements of schools. So overnight, we moved from one location to 8 locations.
Right.
From the time we first talked to the people, 90 days later, we had students and instructor in 8 locations.
That is tremendous.
It's probably the most difficult things I've ever done, to expand that quick, that fast.
Oh, yeah. But you had to do it. I mean, if you were going to do it, you had to make it happen quick.
If it go happen, we had to do it before somebody else did.
Right, right. That is amazing. So clearly you have the experience. When we talk about strengthening small business, you have been through it in the last 12 years of taking Fortune Academy from one location and one instructor and one administrative person to as large as you grew it to in late 07.
Not only that I had that, but in 39 years I have all the good experiences. I've also encountered most negative experiences that owners can encounter, where I learned more about what not to do. Right. And you learn more when you experience negative things than you do when things are going real good for you.
Well, I bet that provides a lot of practical experience to small business owners who are probably stuck in a lot of negativity, living through a lot of difficult times, and they need someone who's also lived through some tough times as well, who's experienced what they've experienced.
You can relate to them much better going through the problems that they are going through today than if you've never experienced those problems.
Right. That's a very good point. So
and then couple that with being able to go out on the top with good success is a plus factor to that.
That's right, Harold. If a viewer needs to get off to work now or get family out of the house, is there a good phone number or even maybe an email address if someone wanted to learn more about Proformance Plus?
446-8666.
Okay, sure.
Day or night.
Great, great.
And email would be harold@performanceplus.biz, B-I-Z.
Okay, great. Harold at proformanceplus.biz. And you said 843-446-8666. If they miss you, they can just leave a message.
Correct.
That's wonderful. And, of course, Tom Mazer, your co-founder, who's very active with Proformance Plus as well. Just give viewers a sense. I think you shared earlier before we started filming, you can't actually name any clients. It's all confidential. They could talk about you helping them out, but you can't talk about them. But is there some industries that you're particularly interested in helping, or feel that is it real estate or just small business across the board? And what exactly is the size of a small business?
Let's talk about small business first.
Okay.
The government classifies everything as large business and small business.
Okay.
I've had a third classification, which basically is owner-operated.
Owner-operated.
Which is solid smaller than small business, because the SBA classifies small business 500 and less employees.
500 or less.
500
Wow,
or
that'd be
less.
huge in this area.
In this area, that's huge. Most of our business in Myrtle Beach here and throughout the country, what I call owner-operated, where the owner-operated got several employees, but he's active in it day to day.
Right.
Where the typical small business is run by a management team.
Right,
and there's
sure.
a major difference between a management team and an owner-operated business.
Oh, I bet. Absolutely. So much of Proformance Plus's focus is on owner-operator.
Yes, we're in the owner-operator side.
That's great. Good, good. Some of the, I think you highlighted, you're actually benefiting a group in the upstate.
I just came back from Spartanburg, where I started counseling a client in May that was losing a tremendous amount of money. And as of June, we have them turned around to be profitable and look to be on the way. July was even a better month.
Just in 90 days, Harold, that kind of a quick turnaround.
You should be able to turn the average company around in 90 days.
Is that right?
Company.
Wow. To help make sure they... now, what are some of the steps there that you'd go about? Does it depend on the company itself? What are some of the common steps that you see in most of your clients since you and Tom kicked off Proformance Plus? Are there some common things that you can do on a regular basis to help make sure these businesses really turn around?
Yeah, you have a 90-day program, basically. The first 30 days is both learning the company, and most small business are avoiding doing the things they know they need to do. Right. And so you sort of declutter it and get the things that they shouldn't be doing out of their way. Right. Then you make by analysis, you've got one of two directions to go. You either tackle reducing the cost, if in some cases, first. Other time you look at increasing sales.
Right.
So you make the decision which is the easiest, which way can you get the most benefit the quickest.
Right.
In most cases, it's by increasing productivity.
Sure, sure.